This tutorial will demonstrate how to use the Reveal Source brush in Cormelt's PaintX to solve problems that can occur when the element you are tracking is blocked or occluded by another element in the shot. Our goal for this clip is to enhance our model's eye color. This is a common and often challenging situation, as there are often elements that cross over our target effect area, such as the right hand and makeup pad at the beginning of this shot. To get started, let's trim our clip to length. The PaintX strokes will be simple. Each will be a single large dot tweaked to match the shape and the size of the eye. For the left eye, we need only a single track stroke, with the hue shifted towards blue, saturation cranked up to 2.0, and gamma tweaked slightly for contrast. The right eye will need two separate motion-tracked color change strokes with identical settings but slightly different positions. Let's start with the one later in the timeline, as it needs to be tracked for a longer duration. With the color change brush selected, draw a single dot over the right eye. Tweak the color change parameters, this time choosing a green hue and again cranking the saturation to 2.0 and tweaking the gamma to 1.13. Now that we can clearly see the effect, tweak the size, aspect ratio, shape, and softness of the brush for the best match. Select the layer track group and click the Track Forwards button. Tracking always occurs on the layer track group, not on the individual stroke layers. Once tracked, roughly keyframe the stroke layer opacity from 0% at frame 17 to 100% at frame 19. We will be using the Reveal Source tool later to manage the fine-tuning. Temporarily turn off this layer so that we can track the next stroke. We can duplicate a stroke layer by holding down the Option or Alt key and dragging it in the list, which will preserve all of its properties. Now toggle this duplicated stroke layer visibility back on. Go to frame 10 just before the fingers cover the eye. Select the Arrow Select tool and adjust the position of the color change stroke layer to match the eye. Do not adjust via the on-screen controls, and do not change the stroke layer group position, or this will screw up the entire track. Now track backwards. Delete the old layer opacity keyframes. Set a 100% keyframe at frame 10, and 0% at frame 12. Animate is a mode that automatically keyframes the stroke layer's opacity to reveal that stroke for a single frame only, allowing you to paint frame by frame. Create a new group and name it Reveal Source Layer Group. Select the Reveal Source brush and then enable the Animate mode button. We will now paint strokes on several frames, which will create a soft mask for the color change brush strokes as the fingers hide and reveal them. The first section only needs one or two strokes. Paint the first frame, then advance to the next. This essentially paints a copy of the background of the top of any other content below that layer. What you will see is the soft edge of the brush erasing anything below it in the layer/group stack. The second section might need a little bit more careful attention. You can tweak the size and the softness of the brush on each frame to help more closely match the soft motion blur of the fingers. Feel free to go back and tweak the position, brush size, and even the opacity of the Reveal Source layers. This process is intended to go quickly and loosely and intuitively, but there is still an incredible amount of control at your brush tip. In shots like this, the main goal isn't always perfect technical precision. Nevertheless, we get really close to it really quickly using a segmented approach with Cormelt's PaintX tools and the powerful Reveal Source brush. Stay tuned for future updates as we add in more tools, modes, and keyframing possibilities.